Here we go. Hello and welcome to Morning Fuel. I'm your host, John Bundy, and you are here because you believe in the power of the spoken word and its ability to change lives, and that by sharing our stories, we can help others overcome challenges that they cannot overcome on their own. Whether it's a victory you need to win in business or in your own personal life, you understand that answers can be found in listening to others who are willing to share their stories, knowing that their story ultimately doesn't belong to them. All right, today's guest is a beacon of innovation and community support in the world of small business. The visionary founder of Seaside Executives, a network that's not just supporting small businesses, but revitalizing communities through connection and support. Her entrepreneurial journey began alongside her husband, navigating the unpredictable waters of small business ownership for over 8 years. Together, they've weathered the storms of ventures that soared and others that flopped, each experience layering on invaluable lessons about perseverance and strategic thinking. Driven by a divine inspiration and the harsh reality that many small businesses falter within their first year, she was determined to find a solution that would not only sustain, but also empower business owners. Her eureka moment came upon returning to her roots in North Carolina, where the slower pace of life and the close-knit business community inspired her to think bigger. She envisioned a network where businesses could support one another and also give back to the community. This idea quickly gained traction, growing from a concept into a thriving network. Within just 4 days of launching, Seaside Executives welcomed 29 members, a clear sign that she was onto something transformative. Seaside Executives has since evolved into a comprehensive resource for small business owners, offering everything from startup assistance to growth strategies and even support for businesses nearing their conclusion. The network provides live resource access, tailored business packages, and opportunities for local outreach, including charity events that connect members with one another while supporting vital community causes. Please help me in extending a warm Morning Fuel podcast welcome to a true pioneer in business networking and community service, founder of Seaside Executives, Kaytee Headley. Hey, Kaytee, what is up? I know this is probably going to sound like a infomercial or something like that, but are you a busy entrepreneur or business owner who has very little time to plan their travels when it comes to taking their families on a vacation? And by the time you get there, you are super exhausted and you don't want to have to think about anything. You just want to enjoy. Well, welcome to Experience Rest, Rincon, Puerto Rico. Let me break it down for you. You come down here, you stay with Sarah and I in one of the many homes that we get access to. We take care of you. We take care of the planning based on your needs. The itinerary is built based on your choices before you even get here. And when you arrive, we pick you up at the airport. We take you to your home for the 2 weeks that you're here, and you don't have to make any decisions. You just show up. You just wake up, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your breakfast, and we make the decisions for you based on your choices. Sarah and I will be your guides, and also we'll take care of the things at the house as well. The cleaning, the cooking. I worked under a James Beard nominated chef at Stove in Port Norfolk, Virginia, and I've got a little bit of skill, but I guarantee you will be blessed with genuine Puerto Rican cuisine and gracious hosts and guides, and we'll take you on tours based on your preferences as well. If you're the adventurous type, we'll go ahead and take you to swim in a waterfall that's a short hike away, and also paddleboarding or surfing, even for the first time. We look forward to having you down. If you have any questions at any time, please don't hesitate to reach out. casitamaricao.com or Experience Rest. Thanks for being a part of the community, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me well enough? We're doing this virtual thing and it's new to us. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
cool.
I'm loving it.
Wonderful. Yeah, well, we're down here in beautiful Rincon, Puerto Rico, and we're at one of the local public beaches, and it's gorgeous, and it's just good to be here with you. You're near another coast. near and dear to our hearts in the States, but you're in North Carolina, right?
Yup, down in the coastal Carolinas, back home where I belong.
There you go. Fantastic. Okay, Kaytee, for those who haven't heard, we need to hear your origin story. You know, every superhero was just a normal person before they became a superhero. And so, who was Kaytee Headley before becoming an entrepreneur?
Well, I grew up with small roots. I've lived many lives, as one could say. I've done a little bit of everything. I like to take the hard path in life and figure it out on my own. Um, but I just lived by the flying by the seat of my pants, really, and figuring it out and trying to navigate everything. Um, and just taking care of the people I love and my family and making sure that I try to give back as much as possible.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what got you into business networking?
Well, it actually started a few years ago. I developed a headhunting company and I began creating this widespread network throughout the US of different companies, corporations, small, medium, large businesses that needed to find the right talent. And with my psychological background, I became very good very quickly at placing those kind of candidates. Um, but after 3 years, you get a little tired and you want to kind of fulfill a bigger purpose. And when things started slowing down and I got a chance to come home and relax and reflect, it's when I realized I really had the capability of doing so much more.
Very cool. We'll talk about that so much more. What other than headhunting and networking businesses and business owners? What all is involved in that, and what do you do now? What do you offer?
I'm embarking on an adventure that's dedicated to fostering the growth of small businesses. We offer essential resources, expert knowledge, and valuable networking opportunities. My aim is to empower them to thrive. I want to give back to local communities by championing family owned, locally operated enterprises. But a lot of those people don't actually have a clear understanding of business dynamics. They just have this passion and they go, I'm skilled at this, so why not make money doing it? And the enthusiasm quickly transforms into a business. But what they don't end up realizing is they're creating a job for themselves, lacking a scalability to extend beyond their own capabilities. So, my goal is to assist those individuals who have a passion for their craft and desire to monetize it, um, and kind of put them on the right track to doing that through. I'm not one to say I know everything. I don't know everything, but I know all the right people.
Yeah, you know the
So,
people that know
I've
the things, right?
exactly, and it's all about who you know. So, I have taken the opportunity to gather as much professional knowledge from the smartest people I can gather it from and put together these different systems to help individuals take what they love and create an actual business from it that they can not only thrive in and enjoy, but retire in as well.
Right, right. Fantastic. So, this heart that you have for other small business owners probably came out of some struggles you had on your own starting business.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When I started out, I was piecing it together. I had to Google everything. I had to call the state people and ask questions, and you know how much fun that is. And you
Sure.
have to figure out which Google page is telling you the truth and who's just trying to get $49 out of you for a legal piece of paper and all this stuff. And I flopped. My
I got you.
first business adventure, I had no idea what I was doing. I was not prepared, and my passion very quickly just turned into dust because I didn't have any momentum. I didn't have anything set up the way it was supposed to be. And it wasn't until the third business that my husband and I launched that we realized, hey, we're getting pretty good at this now.
Right.
And we realized that it's kind of fun. It's kind of what we love doing. And realized that, you know, the average entrepreneur doesn't have a formal education in business. A lot of
Right.
us have delved into subjects that we're passionate about, whether it's history, psychology, medicine, trade. Um, and interesting enough, most business owners, about 15 to 20%, don't have a formal degree of any kind. So, without deep research and strategic application, it can take years to, like I did, years to come
Yeah.
up with a strategic game plan of how to successfully own and operate a business that can stand on its own.
Right, right, right. I got you. So, I mean, I hear a few things in there. I think you kind of, just touched on. But one of our favorite stories here are those stories of failure to success. We like to call it the what the fail. So the WTF. What is Kaytee Headley's WTF moment? One of those moments, and more specifically, like a moment that could have taken you out, could have made you say, "I'm just going to go to work for somebody else," or just throw up your hands and give up, or just just do something else. Do you have any stories you can share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, one that just recently happened. Right before we made the decision to move to North Carolina, we had two thriving enterprises up in Virginia. And one of the enterprises we had had around doing the work for about 21 years. And within the last year, we had decided to take on a new adventure and expand. And by God's grace, we expanded very fast. And like we couldn't keep up. It was so stressful. It was beyond our imagination. And because we didn't have the business strategies in place, it came down really hard as well. And that was due to a lot of different factors that could have been avoided if I had known what I know now, or had I had the people in my life that I have now and the resources. So watching that blood, sweat, and tears of a company of, several years worth of work kind of within over a period of months just go up in flames was devastating.
Yeah, sure. That's because it's a little creation, right? It's kind of like a baby. We hear the stories about that business is kind of like the baby. Yeah, and you talked earlier about those folks that get passionate about what they do. They've got some skill or trade. They're like, I want to do this for myself. I don't want to work for somebody else. And one of my favorite books is called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, and he talks about that technician that then decides to become a business owner, and then then becomes to grows to hate even their trade, because either it gets really, really difficult because they're trying to run a business at the same time. A lot of times is they don't even get to really do well at the trade that they love because they're trying to run this business. So you have the opportunity, the skills, the people in place, the people that that know the things that can help others to navigate that starting a new business and keeping that thing going, because many people start new businesses, but it's keeping it going that's the trick, right? And keeping loving it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was my husband's biggest thing is he was the trade guy. He did all the right things. He perfected the process, hated the business side. That's
Yeah.
where I came in and I started doing the business side of things. And I had very little knowledge at the time. And it was overwhelming. And to try to multitask and do both those pieces at the same time, it's almost impossible. So why not try to create something that can be that business side for you, help you, and almost in a sense hold your hand through the difficult stages while
Right.
you get to focus on what's most important, and that's doing what you love and focusing on making your customers happy.
Sure. Sure. Fantastic. I love hearing stories like that. And understanding too that as we go and we do this and do it and do it and do it, we can also get really, really weary in the process. And then when we have those other folks that are our cheerleaders, and people that have been through it before us that say, look, I was in a condition similar or worse than what you're going through. You can make it. That's really, really important, and you get that from a network. And so it's really, really cool what you do and all the resources that you have. But before I ask my last question, how can folks get involved with Seaside Executives? How can they reach you? What's the best way that people can ask you questions and start to get involved with what you're doing, either helping you or getting your services?
Yeah, that's great. You can reach out to our Seaside Executive line. It's very easy to remember. It's 910-448-7448.
Okay.
Um, yeah, not too
Make
bad.
make it easy for us. That's
Um,
great.
we try, or you can get up through our website, seaside-executives.com. But the best thing I would say to do is join our network. We have membership opportunities that connect you with all the right people, all the right resources. It opens these doors for you that otherwise wouldn't have the ability to even peek through the keyhole,
Right, right.
and just putting together, most companies, most of the time you have to navigate through consulting firms and marketing agencies, financial advisors, technical resources, human resources, all these different people. We're right here, a one-stop shop. We're right here to help you and connect you with those people. But join us, join our program. We have 3 different tier options for membership that fit everybody's budget. You get, hundreds of dollars off the package options that we do. We have an a la carte menu, so select and customize away at whatever you need for your company. And yeah, reach out to us if you have questions or just want to learn more information. I'd be happy to just send you over an email or whatever you'd like.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now you're pretty responsive on LinkedIn as well. I noticed we've been having a communication
Oh,
on there,
yes.
and also another question. This isn't just for folks in North Carolina.
No, this is nationwide.
Wonderful.
This is nationwide.
How
So
about
my
nation
my
as
network is
in
expanded.
right? Nation as in Puerto Rico. Would that be available resources for folks like me?
Hey, I know a guy in Puerto Rico.
You you do, a guy and a gal out here. Yep, yep. Very, very cool. That's awesome. Okay, Kaytee, my last question. Kaytee Headley, owner, founder of Seaside Executives, and I'm sure many other things brewing in your mind to get started. What do you need most right now?
I need to continue growing my network. I need members to come through, be a part of what we're wanting to do, be a strategic partner, be an elite member, be a simple you fly on the wall to what our events are about. We all of our events are giving back to the community, whether it's through fundraising or donations, and just having that extra person there to support our cause is really what we're looking for.
Very cool. Kaytee Headley, great to see you again. This is, I think, a first for me. Same guest on 2 different businesses in the same season. I really appreciate you. I'm excited for what you're doing. I know you're going to help a
Thank
lot of
you.
people, and I can't wait to have you on again.
Thanks so much, John.
You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye bye.